Space Station.
Hi guys, it's Ben from T-Rex Space Station. How's everyone doing? Firstly, I must apologise. I have a cold, which is a rather annoying affliction. Not as annoying as a road rash, though, which is a rather blistering erythematous groin irritation caused by riding on your motorbike for too long. No, I'm joking. I don't think that's a real thing. At least I hope it's not a real thing. It sounds very unpleasant. This is the original and arguably the best Road Rash on the Sega Mega Drive. I don't know if it is actually the best because I've never actually played 3, but speaking to certain people, including Dave Webster, they prefer this one to the second one. I don't know why that is. They seem much of a muchness to me, but who cares? They're both really, really good games. I've no experience of the third one. I've actually never owned that or spoken to anyone who's played it. But, you know, I do like some of the bike racing games on the Mega Drive. I like Super Hang-On, but they're not a touch on these games because, well, you can't smack people in the face in those. There's something incredibly satisfying about a racing game which involves copious amounts of violence. Well, I say copious amounts, it's more select violence. You know, you only do it when you're kind of now and then when you're close to people. Lester, get out of my way. I suppose I should demonstrate some of the violence, he says, completely missing everybody. You have to really well time your punches, don't you? You can also barge people, which I didn't know about until someone managed to barge me so much that I came off my bike, which is very annoying. Yeah, if you just sort of hit into someone at the right velocity, with the right angle, yeah, you'll just push them off. You don't want to do too much of that or get that done to yourself because you'll just go flying. I always thought it was very cool that you can get knocked off your bike in these games and kind of control your way in a sort of pseudo 3D run back to your bike. And it's not too punishing, at least on the earlier stages. You can come off your bike once or even twice depending on how bad a crash it is. Of course, depending on how bad it is, yeah, your bike ends up further away from you. But usually you can get back on and still get first place most of the time. One criticism about this game, well, not criticism, one of the hard things, that you can't always see how far away the cars are, or even if there are any. Now, I don't think they necessarily drop in badly, but you say like this, is that you don't really see it until you're quite a way around the corner and then very near to it. Well, I think the worst part is if you're coming over a hill. You can come over a hill where you can't really see what's in the distance, and then whoa, lo and behold, there's a car that you're going to smack into. I think it's best to be overly cautious and slow yourself down too much to avoid hitting them, because if you hit them it's just going to really, really badly affect your time. And of course, if you hit them when there's a cop bike around, well, then you're in trouble, aren't you? I always want to hit the copper and make him fall off his bike, but that seems very hard to do. The copper's got some kind of armour-plated moped thing that seems really hard to smash into. It's just a really nice game, isn't it? Graphically, it's amazing. You know, the kind of 3D looking roads. It just looks lovely, and the music is great too. Oh god, I'm swerving off. It's kind of like, I don't know, rock and roll with a weird... I don't know how to describe the guitar sound. It's almost out of tune, but not quite. Maybe I should think about covering some of the songs on this as well. I don't know if I'll actually do that or not. But yes, this is one of the games that I picked up at Play Expo. I can't remember how much. £6 I think it was. Definitely worth £6, isn't it? I didn't think that there were loads of amazing bargains there, but there were certainly some very reasonable games. So I've got $1,000 in cash. Let's go on to the Pacific Coast. You need to play... you need to come first in at least a few races, maybe 3 or 4, before you're going to be able to afford purchasing a new bike, which is the key to going faster. Rude Boy, that's not a name. Come on, Rude Boy, can you get it up? Come on, Rude Boy, is your big... I don't know why I'm singing that, or even why I know the words to that. There we go, Rude Boy went down. That's what you get for having a silly name, you absolute muppet. Grub? What kind of names are these? What kind of unruly bunch are we riding with here? No wonder we're all punching and hitting each other. If they had nice names like Bartholomew and... you know, things like that, there wouldn't be any violence. It's because they've all got names like Rude Boy and Grub. This whole thing's descended into madness and bedlam. But yes, back to the point I was making. Yes, Play Expo game. Not Play Expo, Retro Collect in Leeds. Had a great time. This is one of the... Sorry for the sniffing. I am very sorry about the virus. This is one of the, yes, well-valued, well-priced games that I found there. Maybe I should look for Road Rash 3 so I can complete my Mega Drive Road Rash collection. I don't think there was a fourth one on the Mega Drive. There were some ones on the PlayStation 1 and things, weren't there? Gunther and Sid. The crazy names continue. Apologies to anybody watching who may be called Gunther. I don't mean to draw any inferences from your name at all, but I'm just going to make the assumption that if you're called Gunther, you race on a bike, you have terrible road rash in your groin, and you punch people for fun. Which, well, you know, there are worse things to do on a weekend, aren't there? Now, I am... oh god. I'm playing this on an actual Mark 1 Mega Drive. Oh god! There we go, that was hairy. I did used to use quite a lot of emulators to make my stuff look sharp and high quality and all that stuff, and it does look lovely, but I think it almost looks too lovely when you use an emulator. There is a certain slight fuzziness or lack of sharpness that you would get playing this on a proper TV or a proper console, and I really liked watching some of Kit171's videos recently where he was recording the screen. Now, I'm not recording the screen, but I just think it is kind of nice to play on original hardware, and I've experimented with lots of different recording methods. I guess the emulators are just the easiest way, because I'm a bit lazy. But this is using my capture card and a HDMI upscaler. You have to use a HDMI upscaler to get reasonable picture quality on my flat screen TVs, otherwise it just looks terrible. I'm hoping that this will come across looking really good. I may do a little bit of cropping to get, because there is a sort of strange border that I can see here that you probably wouldn't have been able to see when playing this on an original CRT. I don't remember that anyway. It may just be part of using an upscaler thing, I don't know, just a sort of border around, a blue border. But I can crop that off and probably will do so. I think, yeah, the most authentic way to do... Get out of my way, cop! Oh, you can't seem to punch them. It's like they're immune or something, or maybe they have armor or something. Is to use the upscaler, but I'm still playing it in 4:3 resolution on my telly, and will display it in 4:3 so it doesn't look stretched and horrible. That must be the most authentic way to do it, both in playing and recording. Anyway, that's 2 races. Oh, I didn't come first actually in either of those. No, second will do. I've been talking. This is the original Road Rash. Great game by Electronic Arts. It has one of those big cartridges with a battery in it. And if you can find it in good nick for £6, well then you'll be laughing just like me. Take care guys, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye.